My name is Julia Rayz. I'm a professor and an associate department head in computer and information technology at Purdue University. When people communicate, humor plays a very important part. And so with the advancements in conversational AI, we are trying to make interaction as natural as possible, and humor, of course, is going to be a huge part of that. Right, so computers can already tell jokes, especially with generative AI playing such a role. They can tell jokes, they can read jokes from books, they can come up sometimes with their own jokes. The question is, how relevant is it for a human? It has to fit in the conversation, it has to fit in the topic, but also it would be nice if computers would understand when humans are talking back and making a joke or being sarcastic, for instance, so that an artificial device would not necessarily act on that sarcasm or appropriately respond to it. The concept of humor is difficult not just when it comes to AI, but also when it comes to humans. Humor has been studied for a long, long time, and it's a multidisciplinary field. So you cannot just throw it in one discipline and assume that things are going to be solved. People need to, or researchers have to interact with each other, bring all of the conversations from various fields together to make it a more holistic approach. Then you add AI on top of it. And the first thing that comes to mind is all of the basic knowledge that humans carry that computers are not that great at capturing right now. And most jokes rely on human knowledge. So just capturing that is still a challenge. Back when computational humor or humor in AI started, the research in humor in AI started, there were kind of two reasons for doing it. The first one that people went with was it has to be more human-like interaction. The second one was the point that humor is almost AI complete. In order to understand humor, there are so many things that you would have to capture that if we actually can come close to a real computational humor, we would understand how the mind works. We would be able to say that AI can capture more or less human cognition, or at least approximate human cognition. And so that is a fairly powerful reason for doing the AI. Of course, that is what matters for researchers, but it doesn't really matter for an everyday interaction. And so for an everyday interaction, we are saying, well, let's come as close as possible to the understanding.